Wizardry Renaissance.
I actually got the timing right. Hello, this is Dr. J, back with some more Let's Play Wizardry, Labyrinth of Lost Souls. Last episode, we turned in some bonus quests, specifically the one to get the Grim Circlets. Then we discovered we didn't have enough reagents. We finally bought that incredibly overpriced, but pretty good piece of gear for Izumi. We got a new quest, which I think is a DLC quest. Not that that matters, because you buy the game with all the DLC included these days. But it was originally a DLC quest. Pori Pori Mushroom, which is taking us deeper into the Dungeon of Trials, which is exciting because we've been spending a lot of time in Sheen's dungeon. And I like an excuse to go into the Dungeon of Trials. Also, we are apparently in an anti-magic zone, which makes Valrus completely and utterly useless. Oh wow, the magic wall got one-shotted. Okay, and then the enemy got one-shotted. Turnabout is fair play. Assassinate the priests. That sounds kind of awful taken out of context. Sliced in half. Alright, this is going smoothly. Nice, another one shot. A level for Valrus. Okay, terrible hit points. Terrible hit points for Cecily as well. Wow, it was a disaster for both of them. We won't save that. Okay, so... Restore Body can restore you from Ash. So that's the ultimate resurrection spell. I don't know if it has a failure rate. It almost certainly does. Healing Light. Okay, is a super party heal. Purifying Aura is a super party cure. And Smite is the ultimate holy attack. So it sounds like. But we're in an anti-magic zone, so that's a little frightening. Oh, we're out of it. But we might be going right back into it, which makes me very reluctant to recast all my buffs. In fact, let's just go out of our way to explore the anti-magic area first. Get it out of the way. Okay, I didn't think that there was a wall there. Because I knew the area next to it was open, but separated by a wall, apparently. Well, that was devastating. Go ahead and do some more of that. Assassinate the Vorpal Bunnies, turnabout is fair play. I had Valrus focus for no reason. It's just practice, I guess. Wow, the spirits survived a trick attack. Well, one of them did. The smart one ran. One Vorpal Bunny remains. It stares at us in fear. We can see the fear in its eyes. We show no mercy. For it is a Vorpal Bunny, the essence of evil. Izumi mercilessly assassinates it, and the world is a better place. A holy scroll. Hey, maybe we could actually use that here in the anti-magic zone. Oh wait, hold on. I was using this track. The more relaxing track. Okay, but then we, Dang it, stupid content layout shift VLC, I hate it. I wish I could find a better music player, but I can't. All of them have such terrible user interfaces. I should just write my own. Like, seriously, what is up with a music player where the playlist area just jumps around? So you go to click on something, and it literally jumps under your mouse cursor to something else. That's terrible UI design. What are you even thinking, guys? The fact that none of the others I've tried, which honestly it was only 2, Winamp and Windows Media Player, but they were just as bad. Sigh. All software is garbage. I say this as a professional software developer. Except the software we're playing right now, Wizardry Lulz. Wizardry Lulz is amazing. Despite its flaws. It's pretty awesome having 2 characters who can frequently one-shot the enemy now. You think you can escape fighters? You cannot. You cannot escape. I'm even out of the anti-magic field, so, flame field the Vorpal bunnies. There's more of them. One down. Sliced in half. Nice work, Valorous. Oh my gosh, that was devastating. And another one sliced in half. I love it. Our party is devastating. We are definitely strong enough to handle this floor. I knew we would be. Or rather, was almost certain we would be. A sword. Probably not an exciting sword. I didn't think so. The fighters are not going to drop anything exciting. I think we need to fight like a Musashi for that. Or a Hayate. Or, you know, some monsters drop swords too, but basically it needs to be something tougher than a basic fighter, even though the basic fighters can be surprisingly deadly. And just with how much sheer damage they can put out. Okay, I think we're out of the anti-magic. Well, we don't know how far it extends to the north here. So I'm reluctant to turn on all our buffs again yet, until we know for sure the extents of that zone. Well, was that a warp? It was indeed a teleporter. I kind of want to finish exploring that particular area, just so we can cross it off, not have to deal with it again, and turn our buffs back on. Ooh, 7 free warps now. That's pretty sweet. That little T-shaped hallway may be the full extent of it, and it's looking like it probably is. These are new. Ogres. I don't think we have fought them before. They don't look familiar. They shall die just like everything else that dares to face us. Easy. Alright, you know what? I feel pretty confident turning my buffs back on. Okay, something fights us immediately. That's quite a group. Alright, do a magic boosted Ice Burst. So devastating. I'm quite pleased with my current party composition. It's very capable for the point of the game that we're at. Oh, there's definitely going to be deeper parts of these dungeons that would utterly annihilate this party. And we'll see how our build holds up over time. Oh, terrible hit point roll again. Come on, guys. This isn't gonna do. Yeah, we'll see how this holds up over time and if we have to make changes. But for the time being, it's quite strong, clearly. Counter rate seems a bit high here, doesn't it? Pixies have not really seemed very scary to me so far. And that did not do anything to change my opinion. A secret door. Interesting. And it was a one-way secret door. I wanted to finish exploring in here anyway. In this little area. Alright, guess so, Geki'd. I'm assassinated and all the rest. Okay. That was a lot of sound and fury for not a whole lot of things dying. We'll take care of that. Nice work, Valrus. Awesome. Haha, one word target remains. What do you think of that, buddy? You still want to fight us? Well, he's dead. Oh, triple question mark. Who even knows what that is? A feather cap. I don't know why that isn't question mark hat. Another revitalizer after going like 20 episodes without getting any. Almost 20, anyway. Suddenly, we've gotten 2 of them. Somebody wanted a feather cap for trade. I think one of my characters is wearing one. Is it Cecily? Yeah, she is. Oops. 212. Luck boost. That's about it. 212 with a luck boost. Okay, that's better than a regular hat. Oh wow. Izumi's also just wearing a regular hat. I was going to say that maybe I'll make the trade with this, but since it's significantly better than the hats some of my characters are wearing, Valrus continues to get the shaft, and Izumi gets the good new gear, and not him. Sorry, Valrus. Oh, she can't. Never mind. Okay, it goes to Valrus after all, ninjas can't wear it. I guess that is a little jaunty and ostentatious for... Conspicuous, there we go, that's the word I want. It's a little conspicuous for a ninja. So you get it after all. Congratulations, Valrus. Nice find. Save worthy? I mean, it's not that amazing a piece of gear, but I'll save. We just locked in some garbage level ups. But that's fine. They happen. I'm not going back through the anti-magic zone. Oops. This way. Cecily, if you please. Pretty long hallway stretching across the top of the map. I may be making these fights take a little longer than necessary by charging my characters up like this, but if it were tough fights, it would be the right call. And it doesn't hurt to take every fight seriously. This is Wizardry. Just when you get cocky and think that you've somehow made the perfect party that's too strong for everything, is when an enemy group is going to unexpectedly annihilate you. Wizardry is very good at punishing arrogance. That last wolf was pretty tough. Well, not anymore. Now he's dead. One priest remains. We see the fear in his eyes. And then he dies. An iron chest. Reaper's sickle. That sounds like an instant death trap. Oh, but she misidentified it. Alright, I already translated that one in a previous video. But I'll do it again, just in case you have forgotten. I won't perish from just this. There you go. Okay, regular shoes. We got poison for regular shoes. Come on now. We have antidotes, but why use a consumable when we can just use renewable magic points? Okay, looks like Radar doesn't know how to cure this. Cecily, it's up to you. Cure poison. Well done. Wow, another secret door. Dang, they're everywhere. You know, it's almost tempting. Oh, I already have the toolkit on. Well, I'm definitely not going to put the thief garb on in place of the black attire. I'm surprised, though, after going like 15, 16 videos without a single failure where traps are concerned, or locked doors. Well, I guess a couple failures, but she never set off a trap. All of a sudden, Izumi's doing it relatively frequently. I mentioned she did it once off screen. I guess they're just getting more difficult. And she's not quite keeping up. That's alright, she's still an amazing character. This poor giant crab has no idea what's coming, and it's sliced in half. It didn't even have time to regret its foolishly led life. Secret doors, the floor. Is there another secret door, maybe? If not, that's a little trollish. This doesn't really do anything. Okay. Sogeki them. And now the whirlwind. So that sounds like she's saying Nipa, which, as far as I know, has no meaning. She's just making a funny sound effect as she attacks. The female dwarf seems very childish in general, with her voice lines. A buckler. Not exciting. Grief. Alright, you dare to stand against me? You know what happens. This was your decision. So I understand, having read the flavor text, that all these human types that we encounter of the various classes, many of which are classes our own characters can learn, are bandits. They have fallen to banditry and just prey on those in the labyrinth, the swines. What I want to know, though, is how are they teaming up with all these horrific monsters, some of which are mindless, and seem to basically just try to kill and eat everything they encounter? Have they been turned into pets? Or is this some kind of opportunistic alliance? Deep questions. This is the kind of plot we're all here for in Wizardry lulls. Secret door? No, it's just a dead end. Okay, is there a secret door here? I just kind of assumed there would be a door here. I don't know why. I was wrong. Okay, instead it's like this. It fooled me good and proper. Excuse me. All this talking makes a guy thirsty. LPing is thirsty work. We're making pretty good progress through this level. We might be able to finish mapping it this episode. Maybe. We do still have a lot of it to go, though, so a lot of it will depend on how many random encounters we run into. No, this is not an intimidating fight. Oh, I forgot to have Cecily Magic Wall. Even a fight that doesn't look intimidating, I should probably have Cecily use Magic Wall because her attack is so pitiful. It's in why bother territory. There's a lot of other things that make Cecily good, but the power of her physical attack is not among them. Now let's experiment with just having a lot of our characters attack without bothering to charge up first, and see if we kill things a little faster. It's hard to say. I don't know if that went faster than it would have had we had our characters charge up their specials. Huh. On earth do you get into this little alcove? Did I not search for a secret door at that dead end? Who knows, maybe there's actually nothing there. That would be a little mind-blowing. Alright, fighters. That's a really cool looking fighter sprite. I think it's the helmet that really makes it. That's a pretty cool helmet. It honestly makes them look more intimidating than just some basic guy like the flavor text seems to suggest they are. Like more like elite guards of some kind. You know, some of these lamps, like these ones, are weirdly modern looking. I guess they don't have to be. I guess that kind of lamp is perfectly makeable with medieval fantasy level technology. But something about it just has a little bit of a modern look to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just me. Nice assassination. Good work, team. A ring, potentially exciting. Poison gas. Okay, just another seeker ring. I think everybody has something better than that in terms of accessories to wear. Oh, unless Ridge isn't wearing a ring at all. Kinda looks like he isn't. In which case, let's have a trade. Okay, it's not amazing, but it's, oh, I don't know, Vite and Luck up and 1/1/1 on Acu, Dodge, and Defense. So it's not bad. I think everybody else... No, Radar might not be wearing a ring still. No, he is. Seeker ring +1. Okay, now everybody has an accessory. Oh, and wasn't there another item to identify? Yes, these shoes. Okay, shoes -1. Are you sure it's just wall? Are you sure? Okay, now we're pretty sure. You know what? I'm not going to search every single one of these. I'm just going to let my party members try to detect. Because otherwise that would be very slow. Weird. Weird layout. Well, here's a group. The mages are foolishly on the front line. What kind of mage stands on the front line? Come on now. You shall be punished for your foolishness. Oh, that takes care of that. Assassination. Never. I never get tired of that sprite sliced in half animation. It's so good. Such a simple thing, but makes it feel so powerful. Sometimes it's the little things, you know? Like watching your enemies get sliced perfectly in half, from shoulder to hip. Alright, we have gotten a replacement wand for Valrus. This is good, because I keep forgetting to replace his weapon, like a dope. We now know not to use the wands, because they'll just get destroyed. But it is giving SP+, which I think is useless, because I don't think he has any special things that are proccing. But more importantly, it does give him an intelligence boost. I'm curious how much of an intelligence boost, because it doesn't actually say, but I think we might be able to find out. So right now his intelligence is 21. And if we equip this, I wonder if the gray means that it's maxed out, that it's hit its cap. I actually don't know what all the color codes mean. Alright, but it was 21. Let's sort. And now if we check again, it's 22. Okay, so it's just +1. It's not huge. But still. You know, it's almost a 5% increase. That's not nothing. When a high score is a 20, a +1 isn't worthless. If a high score was 100, it would be kind of worthless, but it isn't. I think that you can also have a purple value for a stat up, which means it's even better. Which probably means it's like +2 or something. Whenever we get such an item, we can check that. Oh, I guess those are shock walls there. What? Was that a one-way, but actually it's a two-way, but it's a secret door in both directions? Okay, interesting. I kind of feel like once you've come through it in one direction, it's not really a secret anymore, but I guess you could say it automatically closes behind you, and then you have to find the hidden catch or other mechanism that opens it. Oh, there's a rotted sign, beware of leakage. And there's a shock wall there. Interesting. Oh, we got teleported. No, we got spun. And there's shock walls everywhere. Fascinating. The current flows from the wall. Is that what you mean by leakage, like electric leakage? That's one thing this game doesn't seem to have, is any water tiles, like you have in Class of Heroes, which is interesting. Oh, we got move tiled. Now, one thing I don't miss is anti-magic zones over deep water, because that's nonsense. So there's Reddit's, okay, same thing. I'm not sorry that we don't have that. But if you don't have anti-magic over deep water, then I do kind of miss the water in general. It's just a little bit of nice variety of another obstacle that you have to account for. I mean, it's just a matter of casting, levitate, and floating over it, but still, it provides some aesthetic variety. But... Excuse me. My throat is kind of scratchy. I guess I'd better pop in a cough drop. Good grief. Let's see. Class of Heroes originally came out in 2008. I thought this game originally came out in 2011. So I thought that Class of Heroes predated this, but I'm not positive about that. I'm actually not 100% sure which one came earlier. Obviously, that's an easy thing to look up. But by the time I would be in a position to look it up, I'll have forgotten. Because that's how it goes. Just a couple mages. Just kill them. Okay, bye. That was the smart mage. Oh, is that a switch that we saw? Here's a slightly larger group. The mage went and got his friends. Now he thinks he can take us. He's wrong. We'll show them all just how wrong he is. Actually, yeah, go ahead and trick attack this line. So much for him. One of the neat things about the abilities that you have to power up to use them, like the trick attack and the magic amplification, It does introduce a little bit of timing tactics into the fights. Because if you just never use it, then you're definitely playing suboptimally, because there are some times that it's very powerful, more powerful than not using it. But if you just blindly use it every single round, that's also going to be a bit suboptimal. Because there's going to be some times where you'll finish the fight faster by just doing a regular attack or casting an unamplified spell. So, I mean, you know, it's not anything mind-blowing. It's not like it's introducing Fire Emblem or Advance Wars level tactics, but it's a little something you have to think about a bit, and that's neat. Okay, so we easily could have missed secret doors because there's so many secret doors here, it's ridiculous, but barring that, we seem to have explored this little area. And we hit a switch, so we opened a portcullis somewhere. We didn't explore anything in here, we left kind of a big gap. And here, potentially there's a lot too. So let's go ahead and warp back to one of those places. Let's do this one first. It's speaking to me. It's going to be borderline if we 100% this in this video, but it may be doable. Here. Okay, we can go to the end and turn right. Dear friends, don't let that wound go septic, like I did. That's nice and ominous. One of my favorites has been They're Going to Eat You, too. That kind of sends a chill down your spine, the more you contemplate it. Oh, the enemy's cowering in fear. Oh, they rushed us. That was a mistake. A mistake they will pay with their lives. For which they will pay with their lives. Let's be grammatical. Just because we're doing a casual LP doesn't mean we can get away with speaking like barbarians. Guess so, Gekid. He says after saying, don't talk like a barbarian. How dare you swing your ears at me? For that, the punishment is death. Nice shot, Rakia. And another. My team are definitely a bunch of killing machines. We handle Dungeon and Trials BF, or excuse me, BF, good lord, B5 very comfortably. So if I want to grab this little bit I missed, okay, it's not a long journey. Just this way and around. Good advice to not let a wound go septic. That would be a bad way to go. Very bad. Where do we want to go next? Maybe this area. It's close enough. I don't feel a need to warp to get there. I know. Oops. Hit left and forward, but the left didn't take, so I just went forward. I'm quite serious when I say that this game's controls feel slightly unresponsive. Not awful, but it's not real sharp. I'm glad it's not a reflex-intensive game. The controls are perfectly acceptable for a turn-based dungeon crawler, but if this was a game that required quick reflexes, it would be kinda awful. Okay. Next up, this area. And again, that's not really that long a journey. Guess Sogeki'd. Look at them running in fear. That is the smart decision. It's the intelligent ones that are running away. They see what's going to happen. The ones that remain are the ones who get slaughtered. Like the swine they are. And here we go again. Got a pretty good routine going now. It's really working for us. There will come a point where what we're doing now doesn't work so great anymore, and we'll have to adapt. Which is one of the nice things about these games, is how the challenges evolve, and your party build and strategy has to evolve with it. Otherwise it would be kind of boring, right? If you could just find a perfect strat that works 100% through 100% of the game. That would be kind of lame. But you can find a strat that works for a while, and then just kind of autopilot your way through. And that's not a terrible thing either, because while that's true, it lets you kind of relax. It makes for a chill experience, some chill dungeon crawling. And then just when you start to get cocky and think you've really got everything under control, that's when the game TPKs you or near TPKs you. It's amazing how fast things can fall apart in Wizardry. You can go from everything's great, this is under control, 100% good, to utter disaster, oh my god, we're all gonna die, in the blink of an eye. And you know, I think if adventuring were a real-life profession, it would be like that. I guess in the past, you could say there were things that were kind of a lot like adventuring. Back before the world got just 100% of the surface mapped, virtually everywhere that's habitable is filled with people and so on. Not that I'm upset to live in this time. There are a lot of things about this time that would be preferable to living in the past, that's for sure. It's certainly much more physically safe and comfortable. At least in the developed world. Hence the phrase, first world problems. It's always worth remembering to be grateful for what you have. And if you're living in any first world country, as bad as things might seem, at any given moment, at least you're not living somewhere you have to worry about starving to death or getting bombed into oblivion. Well, why am I suddenly getting very serious during an LP? Just remember to practice gratitude, I guess is all I'm saying. A nice positive thought. Grateful people are much happier people too. Alright, get wrecked, you ogre. Like me, for example. If I were so inclined, like virtually everybody who ever lived, Ooh, hold up. Let's interrupt this silly, serious conversation. Okay, so Ridge is already using a katana. Nope, I keep hitting the wrong button. Oh, it can't be dual wielded. It's main hand only. If he could dual wield them, that would be pretty sweet. Oh, hold up, hold up. I could give it to Izumi. It's usable by ninjas. Now, the thing is, Izumi is using a bastard sword. Quit hitting that wrong button. She's using a bastard sword for her main. Oh, wait. 19 to 45 times 4, so that's 180 max. Okay, versus 81 times 3 is 243 max, so that's better. Yeah, 180 versus 243. Substantially better. Accuracy 2, defense 1, dodge -1. The bastard sword's more accurate. And it doesn't reduce dodge, but doesn't do as much damage. And it doesn't give a point of defense. And a katana feels like a ninja-y thing to use, so go ahead and equip it, Izumi. Why did she unequip her boomerang? Apparently I can only equip one or the other. Because the boomerang has to go in main and so does katana. Well, that's not an option then. Also, I should have been comparing it to the boomerang. 208. Better than the boomerang in terms of damage output, but the boomerang is way more accurate. I'm not convinced it's strictly better than the boomerang even because of the accuracy difference. So even if she was on the front line, I'm not entirely convinced I'd want to switch. I might just sell the katana in that case. I might. Oops, let's remember to switch back. There we go, our music. A hard staff, that's interesting. Boosts luck. Usable by ninjas, fighters, mages, and priests. That's fairly random. It doesn't look great, because it doesn't let you hit from the back line. It's short range, so meh. If I could find a long-range weapon Valrus could use, I'd give it to him. He'd probably only do like 1 point of damage with it, but I can't find a single ranged weapon he can use. Can't use slings. Can't use the boomerang, of course. The boomerang is a very specialized weapon. And I'd rather have Izumi using it anyway, even if he could use it. But yeah, that's super specialized. That's thieves and ninjas only. Okay, and there's the elevator. So, there's a few areas we haven't explored yet. This thing in the middle, which I guess we have to warp to it. And this thing, which is surely access through a secret door. We'll see if we can get these before we end the video. Yeah, just to wrap up my uncharacteristically serious discussion about gratitude, since for some reason we ended up talking about that. Take me, for example. Oh, we got anti-magic. That was unexpected. Like virtually every human being in the universe, I have things I could complain about. Things in my life that aren't going the way that I would optimally want, but let's put things in perspective. Here I am, in a comfortable home that I own, in a safe place and neighborhood, where I have the time and the luxury of just sitting around playing fun video games and recording them for the enjoyment of others. Just on the basis of that, I think it is pretty safe and fair to say that my life is kind of awesome. And if you put things in perspective like that, a lot of little petty things that could add up to seem really annoying suddenly don't seem like such a big deal when you consider the big picture. Okay, so all that did was force us to recast our buffs. What a swine. Let's go ahead and warp to the next area. It'll be pretty great if we can manage to finish exploring this in this video, but it's going to be close. We've got 10 minutes left. I don't want to go over an hour. How on earth did I enter this warp and then leave without, like, stepping off of it? Did I just immediately investigate and warp back through. I don't even know what happened there. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, we ambushed the War Tigers. Get wrecked. Knock them on the head with your wand, Valrus. 2 damage! That's like double the damage he ordinarily does. Good job, Valrus. Excellent. Those War Tigers never knew what hit them. Oh, and there's the stairs down. Excellent. Alright, well this was a wide open area, which made it easy to explore. Next is this. I'll just warp to it. I'm probably going to head back to town after we 100% this floor to rest anyway, so it's not a big deal if I use up a lot of spell slots warping around. We do not have the mark of 100% in this. The only things we haven't explored are these areas. They have to be accessed by a secret door. Not from that side. Okay, let's warp to here. Good thing I have a lot of spell slots for this. Nope. Nope. How dare you? I'm trying to finish exploration. You will die for this. Excellent. Okay, not from that angle. Then it has to be from in here, which I warped out of like an idiot. Either that or that area just isn't accessible at all. I probably should have checked the thing behind me. I probably should have done that. Okay, I wasn't even facing the right direction. Okay, I've concluded we can't get in there. Then it's this or both. Okay, well first we'll check this side. Nope. Okay. Man, I'm gonna burn through these. Should have checked this a moment ago, but whatever. We have the mana points to spare. Okay. Alright, apparently that's not accessible either. So it's just this one, right? It must be. Let's try from this side first. That's the most suspicious because of that dead end. Good grief, the things I'll do just to get that little 100% mark. Okay, so that's a no. I'm gonna be baffled if we can't get at this from any angle. I'm not gonna know why we don't have 100. Aha! Oh, and something attacks us. If you want 100% on this map, you must defeat us first. Okay, then I will. One survivor. Not for long. That's it. 100%? Oh, we got a sword. What kind of sword would a spirit drop? Oh, well, ice sword. This is new and potentially exciting. Boosint reduces agi. Good against a lot of things, but bad against legend. Can paralyze. Only samurais and lords can use them. Attacks up to 3 times, does 96 damage. So that's, what, 288 damage? No, 288 should be the most damage I can do. Interesting. It has to be a main weapon, but it's not two-handed. Any race, any alignment, but only samurai or lord. So it has to go on Ridge or Radar. I like Radar's Mauler. Technically, the maximum damage is a little less, but I'm not convinced he'd get all 3 attacks anyway. Oh, it's also got Accuracy 6, Dodge 3, and Defense 3, which is pretty dang sweet. That's better than the Katana. It's just straight up better. Oh, if only the Katana could be dual-wielded. You know, it's tempted to remove his Iron Shield and find something to dual-wield, like a Bastard Sword, maybe? I wonder how he would do with an Ice Sword and a Bastard Sword. Alright, well anyway, we have to make room in his inventory for this. Oh, we're getting a little full. Good thing we're about to leave. That was a good find. I was wondering what kind of sword a spirit would have. Answer, an interesting one. Alright, Katana, I think you've been superseded. This does more damage, it can paralyze, has huge accuracy, better dodge, better defense, medium range. I mean, it just blows the Katana out of the water, really. I don't see any reason to hang on to it. Nice. That is a great find. Now, do we have the all-important mark of 100%edness? Yes! So just randomly, these 3 spaces are inaccessible. That offends my sense of aesthetics, but we did it. So let's go back to town, and then we're immediately going to call an episode, and we've just managed to map this place out in under an hour. Well done to us. Alright, that's going to do it for this one. Very successful episode. Our party handled themselves well, and I'm quite proud of them. We managed to find a little bit of interesting gear, and we 100%ed floor 5. Next up, we descend to floor 6, continuing to see if we can find the, what are they, Pori mushrooms? Is that what they were called? Oh, right, it's not even in my quest list because it's one of those weird quests that doesn't appear in this list for some reason. Anyway, we continue our explorations in the next episode. I'll see you then.